In this video, I will show you how to solve systems of equations using the elimination method. So to eliminate a variable, what you need is to have the number in front of the variable be the same number, but one positive and one negative. So look at this. Here, for the y's, we have a -3 and a +3. So if we add that together, that's going to be a 0, and the y's are eliminated. So go ahead and add the whole equation. So the y's are gone. For the x, we have 3 plus 1, which is going to be 4x. And here we have 6 minus 2, which is going to be 4. Now divide by 4 on both sides. And we get x is equal to 1. Now we need to find the value of y. So using the first equation, I'll put 3x, but I'm not going to put x, but instead I'm going to put the value that we found for x on the first part. So 3 times 1. Then keep on going to copy the first equation. Minus 3y is equal to 6. And now we will solve. 3 times 1 is 3. Minus 3y equal to 6. Now move the 3 to the other side, so that becomes a minus 3. So we have negative 3y equal to 6 minus 3 is going to be 3. And now we need to divide both sides by negative 3, which gives us y is equal to negative 1. And so for our solution, the x value is 1, the y value is negative 1. Okay, for this example, the variable that we have the same number for the coefficient, but one positive, one negative, is actually going to be the x. Here we have negative 1x, and here we have positive 1x, so these can cancel out. So when we add the two equations, what we get is 3y plus 1y is 4y. 6 minus 2 is going to be positive 4. Then we need to divide by 4 on both sides. So we get y equal to 1. And now we can use the first equation to solve for x. So I'm going to copy down the first equation. But this time, remember, we're going to substitute 1 for y. So we have negative x plus 3 multiplied with y. In this case, the value of y is 1, so 3 times 1 equal to 6. So multiplying 3 times 1 is going to be 3, positive 3. Then copy down the negative x equal to 6. The 3 needs to move to the other side, so that positive 3 will become a negative 3. So now we get negative x equal to 6 minus 3, which is 3. And we can put a 1 in front of this, so we divide by negative 1. So we get x equal to negative 3. And to write our solution, be careful, make sure that you know that x goes first. So x is negative 3, and y is positive 1. For this example, looking at the numbers in front of the y, they're different, so we can't eliminate the y. In the front of the x, we have a 2 and a 2, so it's almost there, but remember we need one positive and one negative. So when you have both positive, what you can do is change the sign of one of them. So let's change the sign of the bottom one. So this bottom one, this positive 2, let's change it to negative 2. But because we changed this one to a negative, we need to change the sign of this whole entire equation. So this equation is going to become negative 2x. The positive 4y changes to negative 4y. The positive 10 changes to a negative 10. The top equation, nothing changes, so just copy. Now you can see that the x's will eliminate. So for the y, we have negative 1 minus 4, which is negative 5y. And here we have equal to 0 minus 10, which is equal to negative 10. Then divide both sides by negative 5. We get y equal to positive 2. So now we have the y coordinate of our answer. Let's solve to find the x coordinate. So using the first equation, I'm going to copy down 2x minus, in place of y, I'm going to put parentheses, 2 equal 0. So here we just have a negative times a 2, which is going to be a negative 2. Then copy down the 2x, copy down the equal to 0. Now let's move the minus 2 to the other side. That becomes a plus 2. And we get 2x equal to 2. Divide both sides by 2. Okay, x is equal to 1. And so therefore the x coordinate is going to be 1. X is 1, y is 2. So for this example, for neither the x or the y, we do not have the same coefficients. And so for this one, I am going to go ahead and work on the y. So we have a 2 and a 3. So let's try to make them into the same number. So what can we multiply by to make them the same number? Well, we can multiply the first equation by a 3. So multiplying the first equation by a 3. So 3 times 2, that will give me 6. And how do we get 6 on the second equation? Let's multiply this by 2. And so what we get is 3 times 3x is going to be 9x. 3 times negative 2y is going to be negative 6y. And 3 times negative 4 is going to be negative 12. Now for the bottom one, we have 2 times negative 4. It's going to be a negative 8x. 2 times positive 3y is going to be a positive 6y. And 2 times 5 is going to be a positive 10. So now we have a 6y and a negative 6y, which can cancel out. So let's combine the two equations. 9 minus 8 is going to be just 1x. Negative 12 plus 10 is going to be negative 2. So divide by 1 on both sides. X equal to negative 2. So now we have the x coordinate of our answer. X is negative 2. And we need to find the y coordinate. So let's go use the original equation. We can use the top one. So I'm going to copy down 3. I'm not going to copy down x because I'm going to fill that in with a negative 2 in the parentheses. And then we have minus 2y equal to negative 4. So multiplying 3 times negative 2 is going to be negative 6 minus 2y equal negative 4. Move the minus 6 to the other side, becomes a positive 6. So negative 4 plus 6 is going to be positive 2. And here we have negative 2y equal to positive 2. Divide by negative 2 on both sides. So we get negative 2 divided by 2 divided by negative 2, which is going to be negative 1. And so our answer is going to be negative 2 for the x and negative 1 for the y. So for this example, unfortunately, we don't have the same number in front of the x nor the y. But looking at the top, this is a 1y, and we have a 2y on the bottom. So that tells me that I can try multiplying this equation by a 2, and because 2 times 1 is going to be 2, and so we have 2y on the top, and we already have a 2y on the bottom, so we do not need to multiply the second equation. So 2 times negative 1x is going to be negative 2x. 2 times 1y is going to be a 2y. And 2 times 6 is going to be a 12. Now for the bottom equation, just copy everything. 4x plus 2y equal to 6. Okay, but, so we have a 2y and a 2y, but they're both positive. So let's change this to a negative. But because I changed that to a negative, I need to change the sign of everything in that equation. So this 4x will become negative 4x. The 6, positive 6 will become negative 6. Now, combining these two, so the y's cancel out. Negative 2x minus 4x will be negative 6x. 12 minus 6 is going to be a positive 6. Dividing both sides by negative 6. We get x equal negative 1. So that's going to be the x-coordinate of our answer, -1. And using the first equation to find the y, here we have -1. -1 times x, well, x is going to be -1, plus y is equal to 6. So -1 times -1 is going to be a +1, plus y equal to 6. Moving the 1 to the other side becomes a negative, so we have y equal to 5. And there's nothing in front of the y to divide, so that's the answer. So the y coordinate is going to be +5.